Well, welcome to the new joiners meeting.
Yeah, it's nice to be here.
I'm guessing you talked with Pooja earlier about ECH and you kind of know a little bit about the ecosystem.
Yeah, we talked a couple days ago over Zoom. I've been following for a really long time, kind of like, in the background. I wanted to join a few months ago, but I got too caught up and I couldn't allocate enough time. But
Hmm.
I have a bunch of time now, and I know you guys are working hard, so I figured I'd reach out, join in, and see where I can contribute.
Yeah, so is there anything that you're interested in? I'm guessing you've already talked to Pooja about what area you want to work on or something.
Yeah, there's a few areas that I'm currently focused on already, so I figured I could kind of push that over to here. One of them is graphic design, like thumbnail art, working on that, or maybe automating a process so it's really easy for you guys to create artwork yourselves, like right off the bat, like a templated system. Another one
Mm-hmm.
is a video series covering DApp usage, and then basically going over the stack of what's behind the app and using things like your existing EIP series and all the documentation you have. I can like easily provide for people just a way to kind of look through what all
Mm-hmm.
goes into these apps and how to use it, which is like the bridge of like all of that's here behind the scenes. And this is how you actually use it, like subgraph creation with the graph, just general MetaMask style apps, signing in and using it. But that was one of my ideas.
Oh, that sounds really cool. And definitely, there's a big need for educational resources for people interested in getting to understand. Like, I'm a non-technical person, so I would probably want to be one of the first persons who actually uses if you put some graphics out there to understand what's happening in terms of engineering.
Yeah, that's exactly the goal. I catch everybody up. I feel like everybody's super used to Web 2. That's like where we were born and raised. Let's
Mm-hmm.
try to get everybody onto Web 3 and then just super comfortable with that. And then not only that, having all of like the history and the examples and links and the descriptions on YouTube or whatever video platform we're using to documentation like dev docs and then how to's with graphics like flowcharts. It'll make it really easy for more people to fork GitHub repos, create their own versions of projects, and then kind of just expand the whole scene.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. Um, I'm Pooja, would you like to talk about some of the resources that we could use to help him?
Yeah, of course, but I see some new faces right now here on the screen. So let's start with a little introduction.
A good
Um,
idea. Okay, I guess I'll start first. I'm Shubhangi Gokhale. I started contributing to ECH since January. Well, I started a bit in December as well, but I was onboarded in January, and I'm part of the ECH operations team. And we started these meetings, these new joiner meetings, to kind of just get to know people who want to be part of the ecosystem, what areas they're interested in. And Pooja is the herder in chief of ECH. So she can kind of direct people to which areas they can work on and contribute to. And that's basically one of the tasks I'm working on. And we have Ken. Ken is also part of the ECH operations team, and he's been working on events related to ECH. For example, the International Women's event that we had in April. And yes, and I guess I'd like Pooja and Ken to introduce themselves, and then if the new people can introduce themselves as well, that would be great. So I guess Pooja, would you like to go next?
yeah, thank you, Shubhangi. So I'm Pooja. I'm with Ethereum Cat Herders since 2019, basically since the formation of the group. And I'm trying to help out people get on board to the Ethereum community. And with Ethereum Cat Herders, we are producing some of the educational contents. So feel free to reach us on Ethereum Catalyst Discord if you have any question, either at me or just drop it at general channel. We hope to help you out.
Ken, would you like to go next?
Sure. I'm Ken, also a Texas farmer, part of ECH, and it's definitely a pleasure to meet you all here and look forward to learning more about you all and what you would like to contribute to as well.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Pooja. So I guess if you could introduce yourself and just what you're interested in ECH, and if you have any questions about how we can help you contribute, that would be great. Thank you.
Oh, me?
Oh, yes, please. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. My name is Jay. I go by B01AND, which is technically my last name, but it's I put a 01 instead of an OL, Bolan. I'm on Twitter a lot, so maybe you've seen me. But my background's basically in digital operations, strategy, and then project management. So I'm a very, I like to think of myself as a very organized person. I've been in the Web 2 field for a really long time. I've worked with like Toyota, Microsoft, and a lot of other corporations, basically creating digital workflows for efficient work practices. About 6 years ago, I got introduced to blockchain, and I've kind of just been going down the rabbit hole ever since. So I figured it was a good time to just reach out to the cat herders and just join the movement.
Cool. Thank you. I see that Jose has joined the call. Would you like to introduce yourself? I think you were recently onboarded.
Yes. How you doing? I hope everything
Good.
is okay. Yeah, thank you. Well, yes, I thankfully got on board like I would say 4 weeks ago, a month roughly. I am contributing with the EIP bot, and I like that. Actually, I love the words that you say about Puya helping you to direct to whatever or whatever you don't know, but you're gonna be good or you're gonna like it. And
Yes.
that was great. I don't know if you took so much time to get to that, but that was brilliant. I appreciate it because I exactly feel the same. Yeah, yes, I'm quite motivated. I love the ecosystem and I love the community for the ECH. Actually, it's very nice to meet you guys, and it's an honor to be involved. And Rolf, just quickly or briefly, I'm a computer science since 1995, but I work in the oil field for the last 26 years. And one year ago, I decided to explore what was all this fuss about it, the blockchains and what was all about it. And I get in love with the Ethereum ecosystem. I did the second cohort of the CDAP, the apprenticeship program for the Ethereum Foundation. There that was the first time that I heard about the ECH community. Well, here I am. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for joining ECH. We're so excited. I think
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think next, if Kyle could, hi Kyle Smith, if you could introduce yourself.
Can you hear me? Let's see.
A little bit of an echo.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is this any better or?
It's a little better.
Okay, yeah, I guess I can turn it down or something, but yeah, my mic is angry. Sorry about that. I'm in Lexdow, and also I went through the kernel community, but one of our members, especially, he's done quite a few pieces, low-level Ricardian corporation things, and also escrow stuff. And so I just think it'd be really good if we start getting into turning that into EIP. So Dr. Lau, he's also in Lexdow. He said he tracks you all, but I thought I'd be a little bit more proactive and say hi. I'm also one of the legal engineers in Lexdow. Lexdow is a guild of like 100 some crypto lawyers, but only 20 of us are actual legal engineers. Yeah, and there's a few of us that have some really great low-level stuff that I'd like to see standardized if possible. Yeah, and I've got other things I'm doing, but that's the main reason I'm here.
Oh, welcome. I think yes, I have checked out Lexdow before. I know a little bit about it. It gives a lot of advice regarding legal issues related to DAO formation, for example, I'm guessing. But I don't know much about legal engineering as such. I have a legal background myself, but yeah, welcome to ECH. And if you could talk a bit more about what interests you about ECH and how, I think you talked a bit about EIPs, so something related to EIP editing, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I guess I'm just starting to figure out exactly how that process works. So I know there's also Ethereum Magicians. That's a group. But yeah, I joined your Discord a long time ago, but Dr. Lau, he's one of our legal engineers. And so us legal engineers, we actually write law to code. So yeah, a lot of Lexdow is giving advice. That is definitely stuff we do, but also some of us actually think about smart contracts. So, you know, like Nick Lasbo, who created the term smart contract, he was a lawyer coder. So yeah, there's a few of us like that. Yeah, so Dr. Lau just said he keeps track of you all, what you're doing in that EIP space. And since I think that Ross's stuff should go that extra mile where it actually is formalized, because he's just constantly writing. So he just goes on to the next exciting idea. Yeah, just whether it's you or magicians, or I don't really fully understand the ecosystem yet, but I'm here as part of learning experience and how that actually all happens.
Right. So you may be interested in the whole process related to writing an EIP, editing an EIP, how it goes to the final consensus stage, and how it basically gets included in network upgrades, for example. And I think Pooja could talk a bit more about how you could get involved, but I'm guessing two areas that come to mind, which is EIP editing apprenticeship program and the EIP IP meetings that talk about the EIP improvement proposals. And if you're interested in the forum for the Ethereum Magicians Forum, I think, again, Pooja can direct you to specific people who organize the forum. But yes, that's the area where EIPs are discussed at the initial stage before they're submitted as a proposal. So I think that's also part of the ECH ecosystem that Pooja can help you out with.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, and I forgot to mention also, I'm running the clinic at Lexdow. And so that's where we're bringing law students into this space. And some of the work the law students are doing is barrister, solicitor stuff. But then we're also hoping to get them more involved as legal engineers. That's one of the things Lexdow is, actually that's kind of the main goal of Lexdow really, is to have legal engineer be its own type of legal practice. So yeah, so that sounds fantastic what you said. And I hope to bring not just myself into this, but also law students.
Okay, yeah, sounds wonderful. Yeah. Thank you. And I guess Slava has joined the Zoom meeting. Slava, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, absolutely. Hi, everyone. I've actually been already involved with ECH for, I'm not sure, for a few weeks now, so not too long. Been focusing on updating the website, and now I'm working on the quizzes for Learn to Earn platform. So kind of have a little bit of background in product management, business development side of things, been in the Web3, like crypto space for a couple of years now. And then before that, I was a founder of my own like startup in logistics. I had a company for about 3 years, so I made a switch to crypto completely and been kind of involved in several ecosystems and several DAOs. So really looking to participate in the ecosystem as much as I can and help out the communities. I'm really passionate and like doing that.
Oh, that's amazing. Yes, Learn to Earn is a big project right now. We're I think Pooja can elaborate on what's happening, but it's basically an educational resource that helps you earn tokens as you learn the ECH ecosystem. So we have contributors working on that project, and we should be able to see the results soon.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome.
And yeah, I guess that's it for now. So I guess, Pooja, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, I think it's a good segue for open questions. I hear that Kale is looking to document a proposal related to some of the legal advices, if I understand that correctly. And if you may have any questions, I will be happy to guide you through the process. And also, one more point for Jay, I believe. I'm not sure if I talked to you about it. You mentioned about your graphic designing skills. So if I haven't mentioned about the Learn to Earn program, we'd love to have you contributing a little bit on the front end designing, just the design part of it, that it would be like embedded with the code with the help of the present developer. So yeah.
Yeah, I have some. I actually already curated a bunch of examples of platforms that we can get some inspiration from. So yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Awesome.
Super excited to help out on that, by the way.
Cool, super cool. So generally for every task, we have a separate channel at Ethereum Cat Herders Discord. So everyone, please take a look at the Ethereum Cat Herders Discord and feel free to post your questions like in the relevant channel of your interest. For now, if anyone has any question, happy to answer them.
Okay, well, we can end the meeting early, but before we end the meeting, I would like to talk about the future events that you can get, future meetings that you can get more information about what's going on in ECH in general. And also core members of ECH generally join the meeting to give updates about areas that they're working on. So you have a great chance to directly talk to them and ask them questions. And the next meeting is on Wednesday, April 27th. It's showing April 27th for Japan time. So I'm guessing it's April 26th, 1500 UTC for US for everybody else. So April 26th is the next ECH meeting. If you would like to join and ask questions to other members of ECH. And we also have a new joiners meeting for Asia situated people, and that's April 28th, 3 p.m. Japan time. And I'm based in East Asia right now in Japan. So if you have any questions related to East Asia or you're based in East Asia, then feel free to connect with me and we can talk about, we can have a more detailed conversation next Thursday. So yeah, thank you so much for joining, everybody. And if you have any last questions before we end the meeting.
Kyle, I'm not sure if you are already available on Discord channel. If not, then Maybe we can share that with you and you can join. There is this special channel EIP editor where we discuss anything related to EIP. However, you can also share your questions on general channel. I hope the proposal that you guys are preparing or the process that you are looking for, you'll be helped with that. And today only we shared some presentation. I think a video I shared, which I recently created on EIP process and the process of a standardization. So feel free to check it out.
Great, thank you. Yeah, I am in there. Is your username? Mine is bestdate 3069. Do you mind, just so I can ping you? Do you mind telling me your username?
That's absolutely up to you. I mean, if you want to be anon, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that you are there so you can get the information about the processes, because we were having this discussion just in the morning my time. Someone showed up and he was looking for some information how to document an ERC. So we had this kind of discussion there in the channel today.
Okay, I'll say hi and introduce myself. And yeah, I'm just bestdate in there, so I don't need to be anon. Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you everyone for joining today. We hope to have these meetings just to familiarize with the process and the task and the opportunities which are with the Ethereum ecosystem or with the Ethereum cat herders in general. At the same time, we also encourage you to reach out to us with any of your proposal that you think that is great for the community, and it would be good for Ethereum cat herders to be supporting that initiative. We'll try to support your initiative in whatever way we can. We just want to build a good community around here, and we want to have new developers as well as non-developers get onboarded to the Ethereum ecosystem. Thank you, Shubhangi, for organizing this.
Thank you, Pooja. Thank you, everybody, for coming to the meeting.
Thanks, guys. Nice meeting everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good one, everyone.